Ronaldo is releasing an NFT collection on Binance later this week. It's been called the first of its kind and could change the NFT game forever. Trezor hardware wallet sales are nearing all-time highs and Bitcoin is leaving exchanges at the highest level in years. Is it finally time to leave centralized exchanges in the dust? All this and more in today's crypto news. Let's get into it. Own a piece of sporting history. World-famous sports superstar Cristiano Ronaldo is partnering with Binance on an NFT collection, exclusively on their NFT marketplace later this week. They've tweeted a short announcement trailer which features a kind of marble sculpture in it. I like it. They're hinting at it being a new form of coveted art, kind of like marble statues once were a collector's item that you wanted to obtain. Here's a quote from Binance on their recent blog post about the collection. Since our initial announcement of the groundbreaking multi-year partnership between Binance and CR7, we've been working closely with Ronaldo to craft a first-of-its-kind experience, one that will change the NFT game forever. That's very interesting. Let's see what comes out of it. I assume there will be 7 in a set given the name of the collection is CR7, but we'll have to wait until November 18th, which is a few days away for confirmation. Hit the like button if you haven't already and subscribe for more daily crypto news content. Trezor reports 300% surge in sales revenue due to the FTX Contagion. This is a clear reaction to the change in awareness around trusting exchanges. Investors are increasingly moving towards hardware wallets in the wake of the FTX crisis. The current sales are higher than they were a year ago when Bitcoin hit its all-time high. That's interesting. Some insight we could draw from this is that although retail has left crypto, the investors with conviction that still remain are increasingly moving their funds off exchanges. According to Trezor's brand ambassador, Joseph Tartek, we expect this trend to continue in the short to mid-term as the contagion of FTX failure continues to unwind and Bitcoin or cryptocurrency holders lose trust in custodians and finally start to explore their options to self-custody their digital assets. Exchange outflows have been nearing all-time highs recently. People are absolutely terrified about centralized exchanges at the moment. The data shows a strong correlation. Binance CEO CZ admitted on November 14th that centralized exchanges may no longer be necessary as investors would shift to self-custodial solutions like hardware or software wallets. Wow, well that's a big call from the head of the world's largest crypto exchange. He's flip-flopped a bit though. I've seen recent interviews where CZ says hardware wallets and exchange UX isn't easy enough for non-technical retail just yet. What do you think about this? Are we headed straight for hardware wallets and is the era of centralized exchanges like Binance and FTX coming to a close? Or will exchanges have to increase the quality standard as the next cohort of crypto folks make their way into the ecosystem? Maybe it's a bit of both. Keen to hear what you think, leave a comment below. Australia suspends FTX's financial services license. Well, this is really great to see at this point. The Aussie regulators had cut FTX off in Australia. Their FTX Australia brand would not be able to operate in the country anymore. They can provide limited services until December 19th. So this is a bit of a no-brainer, and I'm glad they jumped on it so quickly. Well done, Australia. It's especially relevant to cut off potentially insolvent businesses that have resulted from the FTX fallout from reaching into Australian pockets and further involving us in this mess. I hope to get to BlockFi soon. Overnight, there have been rumors of a bankruptcy filing for BlockFi, which at this point would not surprise me at all. It's such a bummer. BlockFi was doing really well until the Luna collapse, and it's been all downhill from there. Also worth noting, crypto lending service SALT, S-A-L-T, has gone down. They're announcing the usual white flag signal. They're halting customer withdrawals. Here's the quote: "The collapse of FTX has impacted our business," SALT CEO Sean Owen said in a message sent to customers. "Until we are able to determine the extent of the impact with specific details that we feel confident and factually accurate, we have paused deposits and withdrawals on the SALT platform effective immediately." Here's my take. All these contagion effects are the result of us not being able to accurately calculate the risks of crypto services and the crypto economy as a whole. The amount of unknown information and risk is very high when considering how young the industry is. We have a current tech culture that really pushes for innovation ahead of regulation. Don't let the rules stifle innovation. It could be that the regulators hadn't looked at crypto as currency due to it being deemed as a commodity in Australia, but financial markets need especially stringent regulations because we're dealing with a lot of power dynamics. In my opinion, it's more risky than social media technology because the domain of money can get very ugly very fast. There's a lot of power involved. Maybe this was just meant to happen this way. We are so forward thinking in tech innovation that no one would have slowed down to recognize this technology is too powerful to just let run loose without the right accountability checks. The spread of contagion this year has been unheard of, comparable to the financial crash of 2008. At the rate it's going, it could very quickly hit the mainstream economy, and who knows how far it could go. That's all for today. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe for more daily crypto news content.